Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Dream Park series. Now we're starting this episode off a little bit different because I'm actually at my nan's here. That's why the setup's all different. So I'm sorry if you can hear my keyboard much more than you already can. And I'm sorry if the audio is a bit off, but yeah, I hope it's alright. Today's a big episode because we have finished the western area and now it's time to reveal my plan for the next area. This is going to be a whole new start to the Dream Park, basically. Originally, I was thinking of building in this massive area right here. Beside the western area. But then another idea popped into my head, which I think is what we're going to be focusing on today. And I'll just say, the theme that I'm going to be building now is... Okay, past me. Shut up. The old theme is out the window. I've had a thought about it, and I've been trying to build, like, multiple types of coasters for about an hour now. They all suck. And yeah, I give up on that. So I had a little bit of a think. I've come up with a brand new theme, which I'll tell you after past me tells you something that I'm going to do to all of my coasters in the Dream Park. Back to old me. Let's head back over to the western area because there is something that I actually want to do. And I want to do this for all of my coasters. And it is actually, if we just go over here to the queue, it is, I want to put it on closing. I want to actually grab an entrance. Let's just put it right there, sure. And the reason I want to do that is because I've never done this before. I never knew that you could do it. It makes sense. I don't know how I never thought of it. But in my touring park streams, I've seen a lot of people do this. Is that in their rides that aren't guest accessible, like this one, what you do is that you hook up your money farm to this ride, which means that guests will be actually able to ride the ride. So I'm actually going to show you what I mean, and this is going to be very difficult to show you. Here's a tiny hole. Can I fit through it? No. There we go. We're underground now. So all I need to do is just grab the terrain tool and delete all of this terrain right here. Enough so that we have enough space to build our paths. I'm just going to extend the path down. I don't want any guest's head just phase through the floor here, so I'm going to do it quite a fair bit down. I do actually have to find the money farm right here, wherever it is. There we go. Oh, perfect. I'll just really poorly just make a really long path all the way over here. If anybody actually walks over here, I'll be pretty impressed. And make a pathway up. Now we just got to hook this up to the right. Now we need to be able to hook it up to the entrance right here, like so. Okay, all we need to do is just select the ride like that. Open it up. Let's just make it cost, why not, like $5? Why not? So people are hopefully more likely to ride it. I mean, if there was a roller coaster on for $5, I would 100% ride. Now I just got to make sure that the entire park ain't got no trash on it. I gotta place them everywhere because you know guests, if there's a bin 1 block away, they'll still probably throw their trash down. Now nobody will see any of these paths, so don't worry guys about this being ugly. Nobody will see any of this. This is behind the scenes. Oh, is this guy coming? I want to ride Wasteland. Brendan, our first customer. His happiness is 93%. That's what we like to see. Being stuffed underground makes you happy. I'm also going to add a whole bunch of benches along the way. Oh, there's our first wait. Our first guest is about to ride Wasteland. All right, he's gone. Wait, did it just leave? There we go. We got our first guest riding the Wasteland coaster. That isn't something that you normally see on a non-guest, oriented. No, that's not the right ride. A non-guest accessible ride. Now, hopefully, over time, more and more guests will queue up like these two. Yeah, here we go. We got way more people riding it now. Just to entice people to come over here, I'm going to spray down every single food stall that ever existed right here. And also, I feel like we just need to have this. The Dino Hat stall. All right, let's just place a few down here. Yeah, everywhere you look, it's just Dino Hat stalls. And actually, saying that, I'm going to replace every hat stall I have down here with Dino Hat stalls so that everybody's wearing them. Bye-bye, witch. Bye-bye, pirate. Hello, Dino. Look at this. There we go. All right. That's amazing. That works. So yeah, for every single roller coaster we build in this park, that's what I'm going to do. Make it guest accessible via the money farm. Look how many people are riding this coaster. Yeah, that's sick. Alright, hello, it's current me. And yeah, it's been a while since the last clip. And that's because I did not like how the motorcycle coaster looked. The old coaster was going to be a motorcycle coaster. Didn't like that. So I was actually having to think about it and actually got talking with my dad. And he mentioned building a polar ice snow biome, which is like the polar opposite of the western biome. And I think that could fit very lovely in the Dream Park. We could have like a massive snow mountain with the coaster swirling around it. We could have the northern lights in the sky. We can have ice spikes coming out the ground. There's a lot we can do with this. And I think the coaster for this, it's not going to be a motorcycle coaster. It's going to actually be a coaster I've never used before, the suspended swinging coaster, which is a coaster that I put in F tier on my tier list. So you guys are probably surprised that I'm going to be using this. The reason why I put it in F tier is because of the track. Look at it. It looks ugly. So for this, I'm going to be probably going to make the track look nice, which is probably going to be a pain, but worth it. But I really love the swinging part of this coaster and how, imagine going around the mountain and the coaster's just like swinging like at an angle. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just going to cook look something up and see how it goes. So yeah, let's actually build this coaster. Now, I did say that this area is going to be a family coaster, but nope. I'm just going to go with whatever rolls the boat. No, floats the boat. Yes, no. I'm just going to go with whatever I think's cool. So I think we're going to have a station a bit off the ground right here. You can always raise it up if need be. I feel like a station this big is pretty good. What I want to do now is actually have a chain lift right off the bat. And I think what's going to happen is I would really love it if part of this coaster actually like went over the path right here. Somehow, I have no idea. Obviously not too close to the ground. Just something like this, just swinging over the path like that. I feel like that's just going to be pretty sick. So I really love the part of Chessington when I think it's Dragon Fury goes really close to the path and even over it at points, I think. Never ridden it, but I always just saw it fly by. I always thought that pretty cool. Makes it feel a lot more like a theme park. So I'm actually just going to give this a test real quick. Also, I've never built one of these, so if this is really bad, it's not my fault. It's my brain's fault, so totally different thing, right? Is this correct? I don't know if it is. I feel like that's too much bank. Okay, let's see how this is. I doubt it's any better, but let's see. Oh, that is much better. I really like that. So let's maybe have it go straight here. Maybe we go under the chain lift right there. We can have it go under like so. I'm hoping it will actually have enough speed to climb this much. I'm sure it will. This will go over the chain lift. There's a lot of unders and overs happening. I'm imagining like a few tall mountains right here, and you're going in and out of caves. And maybe like some ice spikes inside the caves are about to like nip your toes or something. I don't know. All right, before I build any more, let's actually see how this cooks. Oh, we're going a bit slow here. We might need to speed this up. Yeah, if we can hardly get over that, we're gonna need to... Ooh, yeah. Okay, I've changed it up a bit. I don't know if it's any better, but we'll have to see. Yep, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, I really like that. Another thing what I'm going to do is maybe go under here, then over, and then that might take us to like a chain lift or something. It looks good. I don't know if it is good. Okay, I've made a pretty large lift hill alongside this smaller lift hill, and I think I've got a cool idea of what this could do. This will wrap around a pretty huge mountain and just spin around, going down. I think this is where it is going to fly off the mountain. Do we even do like an airtime hill right here? Is that a thing? I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, and now I think this is where it breaks. And just by looking at this coaster, it looks nuts, and I love it. But I'm going to ride it and adjust anything that needs to be adjusted. I'll show you the POV of the soon-to-be named suspended swinging coaster.
Don't stop.
Alright, what did you think? As you can see right here, the coaster does look a bit different to what you just saw. And that is because I spent the past few hours trying to adjust a few things like the speed, the actual layout of the track. As you can see, this is a lot different. Because I thought instead of just a pointed mountain, we can have like an a weird shaped mountain. And maybe right here, this could be going through a building. There's a lot of stuff we could do with this theme. And talking about the theme, someone who goes by the username DiamondCloud8 joined the game and was like, yo, you know what could be cool? A Dieselpunk theme. And to be honest, I have no idea what Dieselpunk is. But apparently it's steampunk mixed with like the diesel machinery instead of steam machinery. And I'll whack some images on screen right now of that like vibe and style of Dieselpunk. And it looks really, really cool. And I think if we mix it with the snow theme that we have going on, I think we got ourselves a pretty freaking sick theme. You guys may know what Dieselpunk is more than I do because I never even heard of it before. But I'm going to try my best to build in that sort of style. So it's going to be like a Dieselpunk snowy environment, which is going to be interesting. Also on a different note, note, I think I will try my best to sort of fix this brake area right here. Because you are going at like a max speed down here. I have no idea how to fix it, so yeah, I actually want to try my best to build one of the buildings. I think it'll be the building that is connected to the track right here. And I think for that, what I'm going to do is maybe just have a tall rectangular building like so. Something like this. And it's just connected to the track up here. Does that work? Yes, it does. So I think I'm just cutting the building up into sections right now. I've just got a reference image on my side right here. Just so I can build off of something. Because once again, I've never heard of this before. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of whatever these are. And I think right on top of it, we could have like a boiler like this. Dieselpunk is very factory heavy, I think. Okay, we can have like a platform on top of the boiler. Okay, and I think right here what I want to add is some trusses, which I don't think I've actually ever built in this game, which is sort of surprising to me. Alright, that's a good base for a truss. Now I just need to copy and paste this pattern all the way down to the bottom. There we go. That's a pretty good looking truss, if I do say so myself. I think the final detail is literally just a big old pillar in the middle of it. And it's come to my attention that everything is blue. Let's get painting and texturing this so you guys can get a better idea of how this is going to look. And yeah, I need to get a better idea of how this is going to look as well. Something like this, yes. Then we can paint concrete for this as well, and then maybe just pavement under here. The boiler itself is obviously going to be metal, but let's actually make it like a dark green just to mix it up a bit. And then brick for the main bit, but let's actually chop it up for the brown color as well. Yeah, I feel like this is a good general base to work off of, and I think now we can add all the details we want and hopefully make this come to life. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is actually build the terrain for the floor. We can get a better idea of what this will look like in the snowy area. So what we're going to do is actually going to make a pillow effect method thing. I'm just going to use blocks like this, and if we just place enough one here, this is how you do it. You need to tilt this a bit, angle it, and then make sure it's flush with the middle block like that, and then you just rotate it around the middle bit like that. Nope. And then you want to grab this piece, pull it out a bit, no snapping, tilt it, make sure it's all flush for the perfect impact. There we go, and then you want to rotate it around the middle point as well. Save on the MB limit. I'm actually going to not do what I did for the western area, because that does, I won't lie, it does look a bit messy with all the different sized and angled terrain pieces everywhere. I think we'll change it up for this one, where the terrain, look at this, it's literally just 3 blocks. The terrain's pretty neat and clean. Ish. Famous last words. Let's place down the terrain here, like so. We want it to be, this is like a blizzard area, right? So there's snow everywhere. It's the very base of it, don't worry, as time goes on, it will look a lot more refined and better. This is just the beginning. And actually, seeing as we're up here, we might as well build a valve thing, yes. I think for this, we can just make the handle out of probably wedges. Something like that actually looks really good. I like that. Actually, I think I'll grab some ladders right here and actually add them on the side of the boiler. I think I will actually make a fence along here. Don't know why, but it seems pretty common. There we go. That is the fence done. I'm really loving building in this style, I'm not gonna lie. I think something that we need to do is actually build some pipes. We could have a pipe going from here all the way into that building. Then we can add these like little rivets in the actual pipe itself. I'm gonna put some rust on it as well, just here and there. Maybe actually add some smoke coming out of these somehow. Like that, there we go. I think I'll put it on a toggle so that it goes off and on every 2 seconds. I think now what I'm gonna do is maybe build a cool little AC unit right here. I think I've spent way too much time on this AC unit. I don't know what this great bit right here is, but it is really freaking cool, so I'm keeping it. Right now, I think it's time for the windows. Okay, I think I might try something like this. It's a bit of a different style to what I normally do, but this will be where the windows will be, and it's sort of just like, you know, outlining them, I guess. I don't know. Something like this. Then we just copied that on the other side as well. Now I'm just gonna do that for the entire floor of this building. Great. And there we have it. We have done all the windows on all of the sides of this level of the building. Now I want to do something right here to fill up this big old gap. What could fit perfectly there is a big fan. Because why not? Then we rotate a whole bunch of cylinders around it. And for the blades, what we can do is just wedges. Pretty simple, but pretty effective. I might add some more blades in, to be real. There we go. Yeah, that looks really cool. Now I'm just going to go over the entire building, adding details here and there. And I'll catch you up when I've done that. There we go. Pretty simple, but it gets the job done. And I think a pretty cool thing that we could do, instead of all these like rigid pipes that have a whole bunch of right angles, what if we do some wiring, I guess, coming from like down here? Maybe we could have like, I don't know, like an electric box, even though it's diesel. We don't ask these questions here. Alright, it's time to build the wires. I think the first one I want to go up here, so we have a little something up there. So let's try and do something like that. There we go, just built this wire. Wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Now we're just gonna make it look like it's actually connected to something, and now I've got to do 3 more. See, I'll see you 2 after I build 3 wires. I've built these 2 wires, and I say 2 because, well, I mean, I got rid of one because I had no idea where that could go. I didn't want to build another wire. And then the third one actually is like it has been snipped off or broken off. And we've got a fire emitter right behind here, blowing it a bit every now and then to make it look like sparks coming off. And then this wire is for some reason hooked up to a tank. Don't ask me why. It just is. And then I added some more pipes up there. Finally, I think what I want to do is just add a little detail right here. We can't do too much on the roof, just in case if somebody's foot clipped a pipe. That wouldn't be good. But anyway, I think a chimney quite like this, where it's actually not even on the building, but it's just sort of jutting out the building like this, could actually be very, very cool. Something like that, and then I think it could actually be connected via a truss, which could be quite nice. That actually looks really cool. Well, what if we make it green to match the other tankers? Alright, I think something like that looks really nice. I think that's where I'm going to call it a day for today's video. It has been a big one, and I've really enjoyed it. I've grown to actually quite like the swinging coaster. It's a pretty interesting one to build. Like I mentioned earlier, I do need to fix this end bit right here. It's way too fast, it's way too swingy, and I know that. And also, I'm putting all of my videos out for early access to members. So you can watch this video early before anybody else by becoming a member to the channel. And you could also get your name on that wall right there if you really want to, which was visible for basically the entire video, apart from that part where I was at my nan's. So if any of that sounds freaking epic, go check out the first link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and you see you.